So today I'm going to show you how to color grade your Mavic Mini footage in LumaFusion. Now, it's not really necessary to color grade this footage, but if you just want to make it pop or look a little bit different for Instagram or Facebook, this is a really easy way. And since this is probably the best utility to travel with, I figured it's just a match made in heaven. So let's go ahead and jump into LumaFusion. I'll show you how to do this. So I've already got my clip loaded here. So if you don't already have one of these little dongles, I highly suggest grabbing one of these. This allows you to put a micro SD card and a full-size SD card into your iPad or anything that has USB-C. So go ahead and pick one of those up. I'll have a link down below. This is like $9 and it's not failed and I've been using it for a year. All right, so I'm in LumaFusion and I'm just going to go ahead and zoom all the way out of my timeline here so we can see the entire clip. Now, first things first, you want to go ahead and cut this to where you want to start the clip. So I don't want it right there. I do like where the bird is. So I'm just going to cut and delete. Now, if I want to zoom in on parts of the clip, it's really simple. Just pinch with your thumb and you're able to zoom in. It's really sort of easy. It's like playing with Play-Doh. Probably not a good analogy, but I digress. All right, let's go ahead and make some color changes to this clip. And let's also just delete some of this off of here. I don't need all this clip. And I'm gonna delete there. And then perfect. Next thing I'm gonna do is tap on my clip again, go to the pencil icon, and now I can go ahead and use my effects presets. Now, LumaFusion doesn't have the best way to unsharpen things. If I click on the little teardrop icon, you'll notice there's something called unsharp mask. I think a lot of people confuse that with unsharpening. That's not what an unsharp mask is. An unsharp mask will look at an item, so like this is the item, and then what it'll do is we'll sharpen the edges of it, not necessarily unsharpen an image. So don't mistake that for unsharpening. So because of that, I'll probably just leave the sharpening as is. There's not a lot we can do about that. But we can change the color a little bit. And to change the color, I'm just going to tap on original. And then from here, I can go ahead and mess with some of the things like the shadows, the tint, the shadow amount, and the highlight amount. And with the shadows, like I said, I like to lift my shadows just a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and lower my highlight amount. So I'm gonna bring the highlights down a little bit. And about there, just so it's not like totally blown out. The next thing I'll do is I'll take this slider up here at the top and bring this down, and this will sort of add a little bit more contrast into my image. I think that looks pretty good, and we can just show you what it looks like on, off, and you can see that it makes the grass there on the flats look a little bit better. Whoop, too much contrast, a little bit. I'll just add a little more contrast. Actually, I sort of like that. That looks pretty good. We'll come down, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is adjust my colors. I'm gonna add a little bit more warmth to this. And then I'm gonna offset that with a little bit of blue. So for everything I do, I try to offset equally. That makes the images sort of come together. And actually, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit more. I want it to be warm, not too cool. For some reason, the auto white balance on the Mavic Mini tends to favor the cooler side. I don't know why that is, but this just helps offset that. Next thing I do is I'm gonna adjust the gamma a little bit, and this will bring those shadows up a little bit more and give it sort of more that faded look. And then if we turn that on and off, that's it. And honestly, I am really happy with that. So let's play this back. And you can sort of see it looks, I think, a lot better, a lot different. And it's an easy way to go ahead and, manipulate your footage. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and drop this or share this out to the world, it's really simple. Just click the export icon and I want movie only. And then I can go ahead and export to my photos. And in this instance, I'm exporting out to 4K. So I'm upscaling my footage and then I'm gonna export it out to 24 frames per second, even though it's a 25p timeline, just like that. And yeah, I think that looks good. Hit that icon. And now it's gonna write the movie. And I have 7% left, and this thing is absolutely cooking. So it's a really easy, fast way to edit videos on the go. And just like that, we export it and edit it a video in no time flat. Hope this helps you guys. And if it did, drop this video a like. If you didn't, that other button tends to work just fine. And as always, stay original.